Alright. What is up, YouTube? What's up, Cash Nation? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And today, I want to talk about 13 Reasons Why Season 3. It should be noted right here, right now. I have not seen the 13th episode. I have not. Literally, me and my dad, we literally watched 11th and 12th last night. And I'm sitting there at work today. I was like, dude, I got so much I want to talk about to y'all, you know? Now, I won't be spoiling anything. Here's what we're going to do. In this review, I'm going to give you my thoughts, my personal opinions and stuff on what I did, what I was rocking with, what I was like, nah, I don't really see how that would make any sense to me. And then in the 13th, when I watch 13th episode, which will be tonight, I'll be releasing a video spoiling everything for you guys, okay? First off, let me say this much, okay? As far as things go, I like the show a lot. Me and my dad, whenever he saw it, he was like, I don't really know. And I can see in his eyes. And then, literally, whenever me and my dad like watched the first episode, I say, so Dad, how do you feel about it? He goes, it was intriguing. You know, so I was like, alright, bet. So, for those who don't know what 13 Reasons Why is, it's basically about a show where in the season 1, this girl named Hannah Baker ends herself, and she makes 13 tapes about 13 people that had something to do with it. Of course, you feel me? Whether it was in her opinion bad, you know. So we got Jessica, Clay, Zach, Bryce, Monty, Justin, so many people I can't name, right? And so season 1 is us going to string with her, well, with Clay from her point of view. Season 2 is about basically where everything gets exposed and they're going to court about it. Season 3 is basically who killed Bryce Walker. Now, it should be mentioned, I want to say this very, 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 very clearly, because people are going to be so confused. I caught it. I caught it for you guys, okay? Because I'm the type of guy that looks for inconsistency, okay? I'm going to put this out. If you're going into season 3, you should look out for this, okay? For the first 2 episodes, if I'm wrong, I will edit this part of the video. As far as I know, in the first 2 episodes, Bryce is missing. And I love how they keep saying how he was found dead after homecoming night. That's not true. He wasn't. He wasn't. Now, again, I'm going to go through, even after I watch their 13th episode, and rewatch episodes 1 and 2. As far as I know of, they didn't know he was dead until somebody basically discovered. You know, so that's what happened with that. So, I want to tell you all the things I loved. I loved, I was somewhat of a, my dad didn't like Clay at all, for the record. He thought he was a doy. And I can see why, because Clay is just super evasive. He doesn't really give you much space. He likes to know everything. If that makes any sense. The people I did like, I loved Jessica, I loved Justin. I didn't like Alex a little. I was like, I don't really like Alex and stuff, but I did like how the acting was done. Zach was fine. Chloe didn't really care for that much. I actually did like. See, this is the thing. I like Bryce because in the same scenes, you can see how he's trying to change himself. And earlier scenes, like, for example, I want to point this out real quickly. My dad has never watched season 1 or 2 of 13 Reasons Why. He hasn't. So I was kind of filling him in on how it was going. And I was trying to explain to him, like, okay, this is where he was being a douchebag. And he was like, yeah, I understand. Because they're trying to show you, they shows you how he was a dick and then not how he's good and stuff. You feel me? Each episode is for each person. So, like I said, there's Clay, there's Hannah Baker's mom, and different stuff. The one thing that I want to say right here, right now, is the fact that it irritated me. And I won't be specific, but I will tell you. And for those who watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. A person decides to come forward and tries to say that they have somewhat of a connection, if you will, with Bryce is unfortunate. And the cops literally just like, oh no, that don't mean nothing. You're fine. Go ahead and go home. It's like, wait, Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Like, it's like whenever they're trying to explain, debunk what he was saying to them, I was like, but that makes no sense. And I didn't understand it, and it really irritates me because I can't be specific what I'm talking about, referring to. Because I was like, literally, the part when it played out, my dad was like, I was like, Dad, does that make any sense? He's like, not really, no. So some of the stuff in the show doesn't make any sense. Like, I remember I was watching, because like what I do is I like to scroll through the episode, and basically, I saw the scene, I was like, okay, so that's when that happens. And then I was like, okay, so that character didn't, he didn't basically finish what he started. And then later on, I was like, oh, so this is where, okay, I got you now, Again, I'm not going to be spoiling anything for you guys at all. I'm being very vague as possible. I will say this much, though, okay? My biggest thing about Season 3 was, please, 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 please tell me that Tyler gets justice. For those who don't know what I'm referring to, this is a spoiler. In Season 2, the last episode, Monty gets upset because of something to do with the field. I don't remember what it was. Decides him and two buddies of him go into the bathroom, smash Tyler's face into a sink, and basically then they put him on the ground, and Monty shoves a broom handle into his hole. And I was not expecting it. I was thrown off I was like, what did I just watch? Like, what the? Because I'm thinking, okay, what's the reaction going to be like, And so the first person he told three people. Well, actually, no, technically four. And it was overall good. It was overall good responses, And you can, if talk, like, basically Monty was just, And I was surprised by the reactions. I was like, okay, so that person reacted the way I thought they would. And it basically, now I want to say this much. You're probably thinking, okay, well, Cash, how did he come out to the people? It's not in the way you think. It took a specific person to notice it, and then mention it to another specific person, and they're like, this is a little bit off. And they're like, they didn't notice it at first, and then when they go to, go confront it, it's like, okay, then there was an issue. So yeah, a lot of things happened in this season. A lot of stuff. Like, I went on IMDb to see if there was anything sexual that went on. IMDb said nothing. It was obviously wrong. There was a lot of stuff in there. There was a lot of scenes. There are flashback and glimpses of certain scenes from season 1. So let me just say this much right now. If you're not a fan of suicide, you're not with the rapes, if you don't like to see that type of stuff, this show is probably not for you. I'm being honest. Okay? I will say that this show is not for you. So, enough of me going back and forth and all around. Let me try to start from the beginning, okay? So, in the beginning, they pull Clay in for questioning because they're trying to figure out where Bryce is at. And it's like, literally, it's like a whole group thing where everyone's texting back and forward, trying to converse and stuff, and everything else. And someone is pushing down on it. Someone is like, you need to go after this person. Someone keeps on trying to lead the cops certain directions. And basically, I should say this much. Season 3 picks up a lot after the spring fling that happened in Season 2, as well as another event as well. Okay? And, I can't burp. I will say, so, okay, there you go. So, season, like I said, so episodes 1 and 2, we're talking about the spring fling, and they're basically trying to help each other out in every way they can. I love it how, I don't know who said it, but they said they're not friends, but they're bound by their secrets, meaning, like, I don't like you, but, I gotta help you out because, we bound by our secrets and stuff. And as y'all see in the trailers, there's a new girl called Ani. Now, Ani is basically, in a lot of ways, Clay's sidekick, I would say. She's helping him break down the clues, take on the case and all that, and try to get the answers out of specific people. And I will say I liked her a lot. I did. I thought she was a great character, a great addition to the show. She fits in really well. I will say this though, that I definitely would have liked a little bit more of Clay and less of her. If that makes any sense. But I like. Let me just, like I said, I liked Ani, Justin, Jessica, pretty much everybody and stuff. And I'm trying to just pinpoint key points here. I do like how Jessica went from being the victim to now trying to make what happened to her an awareness, and how people keep trying to shut her up, and the more people try to put her down, she keeps on rising, you know. And I do appreciate that a lot, and I also appreciate the fact that Tyler went from being the kid in season 1 that was annoying. No one cared about him. It's like to the point where like if people beat him up, it wasn't like that really big of a deal, in my personal opinion. To where in season 3 he has a lot more protection. People are with him now more. He has a spotlight on him now. You know, it's not to the point where like if he gets beat up, it will be notified. Like I love this scene in this trailer. I can talk about it because it was in the trailer. Y'all don't see it. But basically, it shows where Monty has Tyler up against the wall, threatening and shit. And let me say this much: Tyler is scared shitless of this man. And who wouldn't be? After what you did to him and all that stuff. He's living there threatening him. You can see Tyler is terrified and scared. He's trying to plead for his innocence. And so later on, when Monty goes in the bathroom, Alex walks in and literally threatens him, saying, if you touch him again, I'm going to kill you. I'll open you up and I'll kill you. And I was like, finally someone did something about it, you know? And, yeah. So, again, I'm not the best at reviews. I'm just trying to go as I remember. So, the things like I said, did like was, it's literally, I'll try to piece everything together for what I know so far. Obviously, from anybody who doesn't really watch the reasons why, you're probably going to say that Tyler killed Bryce. And I can say right now, he had the chance and he didn't do it. He tells Clay, he tells other people, he's like, I had the opportunity, I just didn't do it. And in this season of 13 Reasons Why, Bryce goes from being the guy that has... Because I think the thing that breaks him is the fact that he goes to a new school, he doesn't have his squad, he doesn't have his power anymore. He's been taken away from them. See, if Bryce is walking the halls, he has this posse, people around him, someone challenges him, they challenge the squad. That makes sense. But when you take the squad away from him, you know, he has less power. And throughout the season, he is challenged. You know, people do mess with him and all that type of stuff. And I remember I had 3 ideas. I was like, hey, I think I know who killed Bryce. It was this person. I was like, no, I can understand why I thought that, but it wasn't. And again, I'm going to be posting this literally before I see the episode, okay? Now, I have my 3 guesses on who I think it would be. I think it's either going to be Monty, possibly Bryce's dad, or, well, Tyler doesn't have a motive killing him. Alex doesn't have a motive to kill him really at all. I would say Tony would be my 3rd guess, but I don't think he did anything. And if anyone else, I'd be shocked by it. I will say though, for those who may be wondering, like, if you hate Bryce, do you start to feel sorry for him? Do you start to like him? Yes, you do. Because in multiple flashback scenes, Bryce is trying to change. He's trying to become a better person. And he had multiple opportunities to retaliate. Can I say that word? And he didn't. Okay? And Bryce is just trying his hardest to become a better person. You know, people literally use the R word against him like it is nothing, and he just goes against. He's like, you know what, I am what I am, and he tries to, like I said, become a better person. Some people accept it. You know, see people, okay, like I'm you know, Bryce is good now, while others, it doesn't matter what he did, they still don't like him. I will say that it was somewhat hard to tell which was present, which was past, because I never really paid attention to the flashback scenes in both seasons. Come on, Max. And me and my dad might do a review together on this series. But like I said, I loved everybody's performance. I thought the dialogue was good. It's just the fact that there's some stuff that didn't make sense to me. Like, I like to spoil, I like to say so much more and describe more details, but I can't. I will say this though, like I said, season 3, right after season 2, it goes a lot more depth than certain people you didn't expect. Like, there are certain people who didn't get explored as much in both seasons who get way more explored in this season. There are certain characters are not even in season 3. Sherry's not in season 3. It's one of the gay guys that was in both season 1. I think he was in season 2, but he's not in season 3 anymore. The Asian looking girl is in season 3, but not that much. She's in maybe two or three scenes, but that's about it. We get introduced to a lot of new characters though. We get Charlie, who I like. We get this supporter with Jessica, who I don't know what her name is. And we get Anya, of course. We get 3 new characters. We lose 3 characters. We gain 3 characters. I will say this much though. I did like Bryce's reaction when he found out what Monty did. Cause I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure Bryce is gonna react a certain way. Because Bryce comes to Tyler, and I won't be specific about the details, but Bryce finds out, and he's like, he sees how Tyler can't really defend himself. Tyler is broken. He's fragile. You know, he gets scared of Bryce for a split second, but Bryce didn't do nothing. He just so terrified of everybody. And Bryce is like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to do nothing to you. You have nothing to fear. And needless to say, Bryce does try to help Tyler out. And I think that's what causes his death. I won't say what I'm talking about. Again, the second video, I can just go into a lot more detail, explain a lot more stuff, but because it's like with spoilers, it's like so hard to talk to you guys and review a show without giving anything away, you know? Like, let me make sure that was good. Yeah, that was good. So, I'm gonna give this season, as of right now, before I watch 13th, I will give this season a 7.5 out of 10 cashes. I definitely like the season a lot. Would I replay through? I've already seen it twice. Like, some of the episodes I rewatched it because I went like an episode or 2 in front of my dad and stuff, and I could watch it again if I wanted to, you know. I will say though, part of season 3 is Bryce trying to redeem himself through as much way as he can. He tries to redeem himself for different people. Some accept him, some don't. You do start to feel bad for Bryce because, again, he goes to this new school, which I want to talk about right now, called Hillcrest. And Hillcrest, they know about him. They don't like him. They don't want him there. And he does try to go back. And as far as I'm aware of, we don't see him go back to Liberty. But he does go. He's in Hillcrest. You see, maybe I want to say 3 scenes with him in Hillcrest, 3 or 4 scenes, maybe 2 or 3. There's 1, there's 2. Yeah, 1 or 2 as far as I'm aware of. You don't see that much, but it's fine. It didn't really bother me at all. So yeah, you get exported to Tony a lot more, Justin, Jessica, Clay. You learn a lot more about Clay. Bryce, obviously, like, you start to see how his home life was, what it was like from growing up. You start to get a feel, okay, of how he was and why he is the way he is, maybe. And there's a scene where he's with a person and they're chatting back and forth, and they say a specific line, and it throws him off. Like, he goes from ha 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 to, and the character is talking to him is like, they don't realize what, like, because that word has been such a bad thing used against him, and it quickly deflects and stuff, so I won't say what it is, but again, like I said, 7.5 out of 10. I like the season. I'm rocking with it. Tonight, I'll be watching the 13th episode. I will not be paying attention to any of my comments because I know some of you guys will go into this comment section and spoil the living crap out of the season, and I don't want to see that stuff, okay? I will say this much, though. I'm happy with how they handled Tyler. I loved it to death, because I was like, okay, well, he came back. He's a lot better now. He's a lot more scared, and people are watching over him, And I will say this much, though. If you like Tyler and you're hoping that they give him justice for what Monty did to him, I can assure you they did that. They did. I knew about 2 or 3 episodes before it, but it was I was expecting it. Because I saw a picture of Monty, and I saw Tyler, and I was like, that's either A, towards this character, or Tyler. I was like, yep, this is towards Tyler. So yeah. Anyhow, let me think of what else I may have left out. Again, my two people. Again, I will say, 2 people had somewhat of effect of Bryce's this death. I cannot say the word I was trying to say. Death. You do see how it plays out, though, because I was like, okay, well, how does this happen and stuff, and it gives you clues, but you don't piece together until later on. Like, there are certain key points that give it to you. Like, I remember my dad were like on episode 10, and I went all the way to like 11 or 12. When I went back, I was like, oh, okay. So that's for that now, because like when you go back, you catch things you didn't look for before. Like, for example, Bryce and a character are talking back and forth, and he wants to exchange a certain thing with this character, and he gives the location, and I'm like, that's where that's going to. Okay, I'm understanding now, because that's when okay, I understand. Again, I'm trying to be as vague as possible through the whole thing. I will say this, though. There is an episode dedicated to Zach and Chloe. There's an episode dedicated to Tyler, Tony, Clay, Ani. I think Ani. Right, Ani? I don't remember. And you find out, because I caught on. My dad hasn't caught on to it yet. I'm surprised yet, but I figured out, like, probably 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and I'm like, is she doing what I think she's doing? And I'm like, yep, she is. And then it's foul, but I don't know. So, yeah. If there's anything else I left out, I'll probably mention it in the second video there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm so sorry this might have been the worst review you've ever seen. But again, I can't really give a review unless someone's with me, because they help keep me organized and stuff. And I just go off from what I can tell you guys from my head and stuff. So, I'm trying to think. Oh, by the way, if you liked Justin and Justin and Jessica being together, you'll like this season too. If you liked her and Alex, sorry. So I can tell you, sorry. You're not going to be happy then. And yeah. I'm going to go ahead and this review. Again, anything I left out, I'll put in my next video. I'll be watching the 13th episode tonight. There's some stuff I know about because I kind of saw it earlier, but I'm not surprised by it. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.